I think Rob Zombie might have seen today's movie before writing his song Living Dead Girl. Just a hunch. Welcome to Sick Flicks, where I take a deep dive into the cinematic sewer to help you embrace your inner gore geek. I'm Mike Brackett, aka The Horror Geek, and today we're tackling Peter B. Harsone's 80s French splatter flick, Revenge of the Living Dead Girls. Released in 1987, this one has everything you'd expect from a French horror film in the 1980s. Lots of skin, plenty of gore, and a tone that's so weird and unique it simply couldn't have come from anywhere else. Plus, it's got a pretty decent twist that isn't totally telegraphed from the start. But enough about that. Can Revenge of the Living Dead Girls eat enough people to earn a coveted 5 barf bag rating? Let's get to the gore and find out. If you're at all like me, the last thing you want to do is smell like one of the living dead girls in today's movie. Which is why I'm pleased to announce that today's video is sponsored by our friends at Scentbird. Scentbird is a fragrance subscription service dedicated to helping you find great new colognes, perfumes, and unisex fragrance options. Featuring well-known brands like Prada, Gucci, and Versace, as well as indie labels like Skylar, Heretic, and more, they offer a wide variety of fragrance options that are guaranteed to suit your specific tastes. Scentbird lets you select a new designer fragrance to try every month. You'll simply head to the site, take a quick quiz, and they'll match you with scents that fit your selections. You can then choose exactly what product you want, meaning there's no random surprise in your delivery. Once you've signed up and have selected a scent, Scentbird will ship you a 30-day supply of the fragrances you've selected so you can give them a test run before committing to purchasing a full-size bottle. When your Scentbird package arrives, you'll receive your fragrances in these cool cases. You can open each one by simply twisting the top and separating the body to see the actual fragrance inside. My most recent package came with 3 new scents: Eau Sauverte Sintra, Ormond Man from Ormond Jane, and Scents of Woods Vetiver in Bloom. Each scent also comes with a handy card explaining what the fragrance smells like, what ingredients were used to make it, and a picture of the fragrance bottle. All 3 of my picks were great, but I was especially partial to Ormond Jane's Ormond Man scent. This one's described as a sophisticated fragrance with woody notes and a masculine presence without being overpowering. If you're ready to take your fragrance game to the next level, then head on over to the Scentbird website and sign up. Use my coupon code, TheHorrorGeek, for 55% off your first month. That's just a little over $7 for your first month of fragrances. This offer is available to my viewers in the US and Canada. Thanks again to Scentbird for sponsoring today's video. And now, let's get bloody. We fade in on some credits. Samurai films? I thought this was French. And title card. I wonder if they realized they left the security code to their visa on there. Huh, Anthea Weiler. That's like Athena if you're dyslexic. Yeah, not recognizing a single name here. We could be in for something magical. Music by Christopher Reed. Kid from Kid and Play scored this? What? He spelled his name different. My bad. Peter B. Harsone is a pseudonym for Pierre B. Reinhard. Reinhard directed a ton of French Blue movies during his career. Dude had a list of pseudonyms to rival Joe D'Amato, including Mike Strong. I might have to steal that one. With the credits over, we can finally drive on over to the actual movie. Are we there yet? There are so many potential jokes with this outfit that I think my brain just exploded. Do I make a crack about the headband, the fur coat, the Bo Derek hair, or that she's doing her makeup on the side of the road? This movie might have broken me already. Wait, she's hitching a ride with the sewage truck? This movie is already headed to the shitter. And with that, they're off to the waste management plant. Except they've got a tail. It's the killer from Nightmare Beach. Why does every scene of this movie look like it was shot with a lens covered in Vaseline? Wait, given Reinhardt's previous projects, I may not want to know the answer to that. Hey, eyes on the road, mister. Definitely looking like a Claudio Fagasso production so far. He makes a stop and is like, look, I'm not going to charge you for gas, but I'm going to need you to help me drain this septic tank as payment for the lift. And apparently he's actually a doctor just working as a honey dipper to pay his way through med school. While our wannabe doc is inside conducting his physical, our biker dude is getting ready to pull off the heist of the century. The fertilizer people will pay me a fortune for this. Oh wait, he just wanted to empty his bottle of Mellow Yellow in there. Every biker has a pee jug for the road. Judging by the color of that liquid, dude is not drinking nearly enough water. Alright, all empty. Should be good for another 500 miles or so. And multiple house establishing shot. Inside, everyone's acting like things are normal, but I can't see anything but this horse with no eye in the background. I will say it is nice this lady got dressed up for breakfast. Maybe that milk is fresh squeezed. Chug, chug, chug. Come on, movie, focus. Wait, now mom can't see too? What is even going on here? And she's dead. Guessing this is about to become one of the living dead girls of the title. It's like they're gonna bury her in my podium. From there, we head to the cemetery for some plot development. And the biker guy's lurking around. Damn, someone beat me to her. This has all been pretty exciting so far, but let's take a break to play some pinball. And don't look now, but some of our movies are merging. Here's Biker Dude. What the hell are these two drinking? Strawberry Nesquik? I gotta say, this movie is weird so far. Not as weird as Devil's Story, but close. Oh god, someone roofied her milk. Yeah, she's a real lightweight. One glass and she's done for the night. And now Biker Guy's over here. Hell if I know why. We're 12 minutes in and I'm mostly lost already. But this lady asked the question I've been dying to learn the answer to.
Are you dumb or what?
Yes, I am.
Turns out this is a clandestine meeting with a big milk executive trying to cover up the fact that their product is killing everyone because it's not pasteurized.
But neither you nor me believe me are in any way responsible for their death.
She's had enough of this guy and attempts to end him once and for all with a giant pimp hand. But he quickly counters with the power of love. From there, it's time for another establishing shot. No clue what this place is, but at least we've established it. And inside, we've got new random characters. Brown suit, brown chair, brown wall, brown hair. If Dollar General Alex Trebek isn't careful, he's gonna be invisible. The point of all this jibber jabber is our 3 future living dead girls all worked in the same chemical factory. Wonder if that will have anything to do with their future zombie status. Well, that wasn't very exciting. Let's see what's happening over here. Oh, sweet. Bananarama's getting ready to hold auditions to find their 3rd member. Who kids even remember Bananarama? Christ, I'm old.
She's got it. Yeah, baby, she's got it.
Whoa, hold on. She's about to make an indecent proposal.
It should be pretty easy. What should? Making love with a man. You think you can do it?
But it's gonna get even weirder with this response.
It's my specialty. It seems like I do it very well.
So, this is how a young Ginger Lynn got her start in the business. We'll say, this lady works cheap.
How much do you want? 150.
Come on, honey, you can command more than that.
Tell your bedmate that the Magma Agency sent you.
The Magma Agency, eh? Guess that fits since something's about to bubble up. And from that sex talk to a graveyard. Definitely a French movie. I don't know, I was promised living dead girls out for revenge, but so far this entire movie has been about toxic waste management. Let's get going already. Then we jump over to this lady. I hope she has a knife or something, because that would make her a veiled threat. Since this movie's hopping around like a jackrabbit on meth, we immediately head over here, where Bargain Bin Trebek is about to hook up with one of Barker's beauties. I feel like I should win some fabulous cash prizes for all this game show humor. And I've heard of peeping Toms, but this might be my very first eavesdropping Tom. Man, all that listening was so hot she had to have a smoke afterwards. Aw, look, Five Below Trebek is all tuckered out. Probably dreaming of daily doubles. Oh yeah, definitely a Ginger Lynn origin story happening here. So basically, Bridget here is setting up her boss for some kinky blackmail. Again, can we please get to the zombies? And with that in mind, the movie heads out in search of the living dead. I sure hope they find them. Wait a minute, is this guy gonna dump toxic waste on the corpses, thus turning them into zombies? Is this just a French Return of the Living Dead too? I'd say we were barreling ahead in this movie, but this is still pretty slow. At any rate, this looks like a barrel of fun. I mean, he's definitely drummed up some business. Yeah, dumping this in the cemetery. What could go wrong? I mean, at least we're gonna finally get some living dead girls. Wow, she's drop dead gorgeous. And this one must be sharing a coffin with Cheech, Chong, and Snoop Dogg. I mean, I've heard of Wake and Bake, but this seems ridiculous. You'll love to see this. She's been dying to check out her tombstone. And now it looks like a work print of the Michael Jackson Thriller video. Somewhere John Landis is screaming that it needs more zombies. Meanwhile, I can't believe it's not Alex Trebek is packing for his trip to host the Jeopardy Tournament of Champions. Hope he remembered his mustache grooming kit. And case closed. Turns out he feels reluctant to go. Man, I'm gonna have to see that Ken Jennings jerk again. Then his wife's like, thank God he's gone. I can finally listen to my Slayer albums in peace. I really do have to ask why we're seeing this. What is the point of all of this? Oh wait, maybe she's listening to Rob Zombie. I mean, it certainly lured in the Living Dead girls. Clearly their girl group needs a 4th. The zombies attack and one of them is turning heel. Literally. I think she made her point. Say what you will, but these are some pretty conscientious zombies. They clean up after they eat. Apparently, she was just an appetizer, because here comes the main course. Not gonna lie, I was secretly hoping this dude would look like Bob Barker or Monty Hall just so I could keep the game show thing going. What? This isn't J&B? Turns out these living dead chicks are stealthy. What the hell is with this dude? This is some straight up incel poetry right here.
Don't move. Just feel my expert caresses on your body.
I mean, all this dude is missing is a sweet fedora. Even the zombie chicks are like, is this dude for real? Back at Sony TV HQ, the bosses are laying down the law to Trebek.
Stop it. That's my decision, and I want you to help Miss Schwartz as much as possible.
Then he gets a phone call.
I'm coming.
Hell yeah.
No, not like that, you pervs. At least I think not like that. This shot was filmed from inside the drop ceiling, apparently. Back in France, Bridget is making her move for our incel Lord Byron. He's a chemist, so she's probably hoping that outfit will get a reaction. But judged by this response, I'm guessing he's gonna report her to HR. He's like, sorry, but your Nil's boring me. With that all settled, he's like, I'm gonna make like an atom and split. After getting harassed, he's down here at the cemetery checking out the chemical spill. Yeah, sure, just touch it with your bare hands. I'm sure that's fine, and besides, they don't have OSHA in France. Anyway, it looks like Bridget's harassment has gotten so bad he now has to sleep in his car to avoid her. That or he's starting one of those van life YouTube channels you guys seem to love. Plus, this guy's back. I told them this damn Crystal Pepsi was never gonna sell. Look at this dork, practically a ninja. No one will ever see him behind there. The dead are rising again, but he's got other things on his mind. Damn it, these Dupixent treatments aren't helping my eczema at all. Rise from your grave. I don't want to alarm anyone, but this might be the most busy and well-lit cemetery in history. It's like it's lit by floodlights. Toxic waste guy heads out, but he runs into the dead chicks. Looks like they're having French tonight. No way I can show it, even though it's pretty tame, but she just gnawed on some bratwurst if you catch my drift. Hey, it's like that Wallflower song. God, I hated that song. If you're wondering what Trebek is up to, he's just chilling between Jeopardy tapings. Dude's a real baller. He bought the whole gallon jug of hooch. His quiet time is interrupted when Bridget shows up. She's probably just here to harass him too. Any port in a storm and all that. Oh god, is this gonna turn into another night at Phil Spector's house? Yeah, I'm probably going to hell for that one. I'll see all of you who laughed when you get here. Anyway, it turns out this is gonna be the most expensive hookup he's ever had.
You can continue, but I want 80% of the money.
Eventually, they get down to business, and they've got an audience. Look at this one giving him the side eye. These two are like, well, guess we're not the only stiff things around here. And I guess they're as bored of that as I am, because eventually they just head to the pool? Yeah, okay, let's see where that goes. I mean, maybe they're gonna recreate the scene from Shockwaves. Anyway, now it's time for some breaststroking.
Hell yeah.
No, not like that, you pervs. I mean, they're swimming. This doesn't look good at all. Oh, sweet. I think they just wanted to baptize him. Looks like Trebek is the one in jeopardy now. Oh yeah, do bet big in Double Jeopardy, and lost. Over in our other movie, Casanova's eczema is getting worse. This looks exactly like that meme where the girl is like, I bet he's thinking about other women, and he's just lying there thinking, what does Jason do when it's not Friday the 13th? Afterwards, he needs some time to reflect. Come on, guys, fix the focus. Back in Germany, we get some exposition.
There must be 100,000 prostitutes in France.
Oh, she's way off. I looked it up. Wikipedia says there's only like 30K. She starts her investigation by interrogating Don Juan, who's definitely not a working girl. Then she asks this.
Have you noticed anything strange recently?
Nah, I mean, I saw these dead girls get out of their graves, but that happens a lot around here.
What? Ghosts, Mr. Lauren?
No, not ghosts, more like zombies. Haven't you ever seen a horror movie? And flashback. This definitely looks like a Budget Rob Zombie video, if he hired Claudio Fragasso to run the fog machine. I will say I feel like director Pierre B. Reinhardt probably heard this at a lot of pitch meetings for this movie.
Your story is totally incoherent.
Oh, hey, remember Motorcycle Guy? Turns out he's still in this movie. Not gonna lie, I totally forgot about him. He's following Bridget, and clearly he's not very good at it. Look at him, right out in plain sight. Come on, man. After a bunch of jibber-jabber, Casanova and his new boss show up at the graveyard. I brought this barrel of trioxin. It's like fertilizer for corpses. And here's one of those 30,000 working girls. She must have pulled the graveyard shift. Probably a lot of deadbeats out here. Huh, I guess the dead aren't the only thing rising out here tonight, apparently. I mean, they're rising too, but yeah. I feel like we've recycled this sequence 10 times already. Alright, shamblers, let's get shambling. Oh shit, they can drive too. Looking like it's Ghoul's night out. Did they just leave Bob Marley's dressing room or what? I haven't seen this much fog since Beyond Darkness. Man, these ladies look like the kind of groupies you'd find at a Guar show. And they're gonna use a sword on the working girl. What kind of sword? I'm guessing it's a cutlass. But first they're gonna all get naked? When did this turn into Erotic Nights of the Living Dead? I gotta say, it's interesting their faces are all rotted and shriveled, but the bodies look totally normal. Could that mean something? Needless to say, the sword does get used, and in exactly the way you're thinking. Back at Casanova's place, his wife is giving birth to whatever this is. Back at the office, someone's just dropped off Marcellus Wallace's briefcase. That thing really gets around. The nice thing here is the zombies feel bad about what they've done, so they're headed to confession to atone for their sins. And play some music, apparently. Marilyn Manson's backup band is pretty sweet. Back at HQ, Bridget is doing her best Rakim impression, thinking how she can get some dead presidents. We've only got a few minutes left, but sure, there's time to eat our motorcycle guy, I guess. Far be it from me to say no to more gore. Death by Orange Gatorade, the electrolytes of death. Looks like Bridget is about to get away with all that money, but the zombie crossing guards are like, not so fast. Wait, what? She's picking them up? Zombie road trip. Bet they're headed to Club Dead. And here comes the swerve.
Take off those masks. You want people to say they saw a bunch of zombies out on a joyride?
What? There were no zombies. This is like a Scooby-Doo episode, only with more guts and boobs. After the slowest police chase since OJ and the Bronco, they basically drive into the end of the Devil's Rejects. Needs more Freebird, honestly. But instead of going out in a hail of bullets, they take the Cheech and Chong route and go up in smoke. Then we get this handy end card, which basically asks you not to spoil the movie. Yeah, sorry, too late for that. So, what have we learned from Revenge of the Living Dead, girls? Hell if I know. I thought I was watching a zombie movie only to get swerved harder than the Peugeot at the climax. This one is definitely a cult oddity. Its weird mix of sex, violence, and ecology makes it a sort of interesting companion piece to Romero's Dead films and Let Sleeping Corpses Lie, but it's nowhere near as good as any of those films. Still, this one is pretty entertaining if you like a little sleaze with your splatter. Leave it to the French to make something like this, right? But enough about that. Can Revenge of the Living Dead girls kill enough of the locals to earn a coveted 5 barf bag rating? Let's go to the gore card. In terms of gross anatomy, this one delivers. We're treated to a heel through the head, several eviscerations, that weird mutant baby thing, and the unforgettable sword skewering. I couldn't show a lot of the great stuff because of YouTube's community guidelines, but there's more than enough carnage here to give Revenge of the Living Dead girls a very respectable 4 barf bag rating. This is definitely a sick flick. Looking for another weird French splatter film from the 80s? Then be sure to check out my review of Devil's Story. You'll find a link here on the screen. I'll meet you over there. Thanks again to Scentbird for sponsoring today's video. Check out the links below and remember to use the code TheHorrorGeek to save 55% on your first order. Until next time, I'm Mike Bracken, aka The Horror Geek, bringing you all the splatter that matters.